Jamestown Police Captain Robert Samuelson tells us that security camera footage captured two juvenile suspects, 14 and 15-year-old girls, entering the former Jamestown Royal Factory on Crescent Street Friday evening prior to the fire. There are also canoeing and backpacking trips offered near the Allegheny National Forest and Allegheny Reservoir. Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sudquist is talking about how local businesses adapted to the global pandemic and now how in many cases show signs of growth. A member of the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, Bedient started his career pitching for Falconer High School, then went on to play for the Boston Red Sox from 1912 to 1914. The sole no vote was cast by 2nd Ward Councilman Marty Bamonto, who questioned whether such a declaration could be made in council chambers. Constructed in phases, the Chautauqua Adventure Trail is made possible through a Kaboom Play Anywhere grant from the Chautauqua County Health Network and the City of Jamestown. The city's Director of Development, Crystal Surdick, is among those kicking off construction on Saturday morning, with work continuing throughout the summer.
Our Julia Gress is live in our newsroom at the alert desk this afternoon with more now on what the governor had to say. And this news, Julia, coming shocking to many on the heels of a conference with his attorney, correct?
Yes, this was very different than the conference with the lawyer. We heard her denying the legitimacy of the report and the evidence they chose to include and to not include. Whether that will be seen later on in the separate investigation that's happening, we'll obviously find out. But in 2 weeks' time, we will have a new governor of the state of New York. And like Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul said, she is ready and prepared.
Well, we're here to find out what's exactly on this candidate's mind. David Sally, could you tell us what you're hopeful for tonight?
Well, we're hopeful for a good turnout because Democrats always do well. The more voters that come out, the better the Democrats do. So we just got back from the event center where we've been calling since approximately 9 o'clock this morning. So we're hoping for a terrific turnout tonight.
Yeah. From what you've seen earlier in the day, does it look like you're getting a lot of people coming out? I know with the weather, some people might be hesitant to come out in the rain or, stuff like that. Did you see a good amount of people come out while you were there?
Yes, we did. We got a lot of the phone calls saying, oh, I just got back or I just going out the door right now. So we're very hopeful. We got a hold of a lot of people and they said that, yes, they're going out to vote. We've had 20% of Democrats who never vote in off-year elections actually voted early this year. So we're hoping for a good turnout.
And can you remind us a little bit about your priorities if you do win the election today?
Okay. We know that from the Dunkirk School Board that about 50% of the student body is Hispanic, which means approximately 50% of the population is Hispanic. There are no Spanish speakers anywhere in the system, particularly where they're needed is the Dunkirk Department of Motor Vehicles. People are bringing in their children to be translators, and that's just not acceptable. We need to have either native Spanish speakers who can work as clerks or interpreters who can work between the customer and the clerk.
Well, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is calling on the Department of Justice to investigate the National Rifle Association for bankruptcy fraud. WNY News Now's Julia Gress joining us live in studio with more. Julia.
Thanks, Justin. Senator Schumer says that the NRA claimed they were bankrupt to escape New York Attorney General Letitia James's jurisdiction. He spoke at a press conference in New York City yesterday, saying that despite the move, they have been spending millions on ads, emails, texts, TV, and more in an effort to stop gun reforms. The NRA says it was seeking bankruptcy protection so it could change its state of incorporation from New York to Texas, which is widely considered a more gun-friendly state.
The NRA is morally bankrupt, but they are not financially bankrupt. That's the problem here. Their attempts to drown the country in cash, to overcome the efforts of millions of good people to stop gun violence, must end. And this is one way we can try to end it.
The association commented on the issue, telling the Associated Press that they're working on a formal statement. Justin?
All right, Julia, of course, we'll continue to follow this story and provide updates when we can. Thank you.